So that's another weekend of boxing finished, and it has restored my faith in the sport again, because after all the debacle with Ben Eubank, I was feeling pretty low about boxing and was questioning why I enjoy this sport so much. But after watching this weekend, my faith is fully restored for the time being. So that's that. But starting off though, obviously in the ladies' card, the Shields Marshall fight more than exceeded my expectations. I thought it'd be a bit of a cagey one, you know, all the build up. You find out all the build up to these fights, and you expect fireworks and you don't get it. Well, it was non-stop action from the first bell to the last, so really enjoyed that. I mean, Shields was far too good. You know, hand speed was too far. Combination punches, what they did it, and I felt Marshall smothered a lot of her work. I mean, she caught her a couple of times. You know, Shields said herself at the end of the fight, you know, she couldn't see anything out of her right eye. She hits hard, so I'd love to see a rematch. I think it deserves a rematch. So that was very good. And on the undercard, the chief support, obviously, Baumgardner and Mayer for the WBC, IBF, WBO super featherweight titles. I actually had it a draw. I know everyone, I've seen online and people in the arena reacted badly to the result when Baumgardner got a split decision. I had it a draw on the night, so I thought, it could have gone either way. I watched it again this morning, and I rescored it, and I had it a point to Mayer this morning, but that's with hindsight. I just felt that Baumgardner she landed the cleaner punches, eye-catching punches, not necessarily the better punches, but definitely the cleaner ones. So, to me it wasn't a horrendous decision, It was one of those fights, it was what you liked, really, And of course Deontay Wilder is now back, and did what he does best, knocks people out. Robert Helenius fell at the end of the first round from that big right hand. So it'd be interesting to see him in with Usyk and possibly Fury again down the road. I don't particularly think we need to see it, but it may happen. Why not? Joshua, that'd be a good fight. I'd like to see Fury against Joshua. That'd be a good one. But it was also nice to see at the press conference afterwards, Wilder, very emotional about the risks of boxing, which we all know. Which, as I've said before, I was never a fan of Wilder as a person because of some of the comment. He wanted a body on his record and nonsense like that. But to actually see him, he seems to have grown. I think the 2 losses to Fury definitely changed him. He seems to be a better man for it now. So I was really pleased to see him back. On the undercard of that, Anthony Durrell was actually starched by Caleb Plant in the 9th, I believe. It'll be a knockout of the year contender for sure. That again, the pre-fight nonsense with Durrell saying, no white boy's going to beat me. We've heard that before from people like Bernard Hopkins, and it didn't go well that night either. Now, do I get offended by it as a white person? No. Is it a stupid thing to say? Absolutely, because if Plant had said, I won't ever lose to a black guy, the world would be on his back. Oh, you racist, you white supremacist, you horrible person. Durrell says it, Hopkins said it years ago, no one bats an eyelid. I think, well, you need some consistency here. What's acceptable and what's not? Any kind of prejudice or nonsense like that should be pulled up. Now, I'm all for free speech and people can say what they want, and if you get offended, tough shit. That's how I look at it. So do I find that comment, no white boy's going to beat me, offensive? No, I just think it's stupid. And I think the media needs to jump on these things. They would do it if it was the other way around. So, but it is what it is. But no, that was a hell of a knockout. I quite liked Plant before. I mean, he obviously got bashed up by Canelo last year, but nothing, no shame in that. He's the top man at the moment. Definitely, he's in the, he is the poster boy for world boxing at the moment. Whether you like it or not, he is. So that was a good. That was really a good couple of knockouts. And of course, then we had lights come on behind me. In Australia, the rematch between Haney and Kambosos Jr., undisputed lightweight title. It was only going to go one way. The first fight was so one-sided. And after the first couple of rounds, there was a lot of wrestling, and Kambosos seemed to really be trying. But Haney's too good. He couldn't miss him with a straight right hand. The jab was, everything just worked. And Kambosos, you can see, he was getting annoyed, and he couldn't land anything. He just had no hope really. I mean, the crowd, it's not going the home fighter's way when the crowd are silent. They were pretty quiet throughout the whole thing because Haney was just absolutely dominating. So it was a good weekend of boxing. Restored my faith in the sport once more. And I think the next one, I'm not sure about next week. I'll have to check the schedule. I know the week after next, I believe Lomachenko's back, so it's always good to see him. He's one of my favourite fighters at the moment, so to watch. So no, it's all very good. It was a very, very good weekend. Very, very, very impressed by it all, and the ladies definitely sort of served up a brilliant night of boxing. So I was chuffed to bits with that, and it's good. It's good for them. As I've said before, I think they should have 3-minute rounds and go 12 for championship fights, just like the men. To be equal with this. I don't understand why they're not. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but there you go. I'm not in charge of these things, so yes, I'm very satisfied with all the fighting I've seen this weekend. I'm impressed by all of it. So yeah, so take care, people, and see you at the next fight. Cheers.